Even after Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web, Sony's Marvel movies aren't dead. Okay guys, this article right here has some juice. So basically a few insiders at Sony, some analysts, and veteran Hollywood producers both in and outside the superhero space all gave their 2 cents and shared stories about Sony's failed Marvel universe. And I want to give my thoughts because it looks like Sony is even more out of their dinkies. So to summarize this article, even though Kraven looks like it's going to flop at the box office, this has not put Sony off from continuing to build their Spider-Man universe. Because like the only reason they had hope that this universe was possible in the first place was because of the monster success of the first Venom. So Sony assumed that if they were to make more of these villain movies without Spider-Man, they could find Venom level success. But this assumption was so wrong because the Venom movie only succeeded because it was a standalone movie of a badass Spidey villain. But this mentality hurts films like Morbius or Madam Web because those characters were only famous because of Spider-Man's association. So not having Spider-Man in these films was a flaw. And not only that, Sony had the option to incorporate Tom Holland's Spider-Man into their movies, but they chose not to because they felt like he was so tied to the MCU. So to put everything I just said in the simplest of terms, because Venom succeeded without Spider-Man, Sony thought that they could repeat that, but they couldn't because all of their films were rushed and they had no Spider-Man, but they didn't want to add Spider-Man because of how attached he is to the MCU. And according to the article, Sony believes that the only way to fix this problem the next time around is to potentially hire a new live-action Spider-Man of Sony's own. Now, I'm not gonna get mad by how much of an enigma, complacent train wreck Sony is. I just hope that one day, inshallah, Sony messes up their Marvel contract so Marvel can get Spider-Man back. Because if you don't know, every 5 years, Sony has to make a Spider-Man movie to retain the rights, and that heavily cages them because they are forced to make Spider-Man movies. But they found their bread and butter with the animated stuff. So just keep doing that. Bloody concord their live-action universe and don't cast a new Spider-Man. But yeah, that's the whole article. And Sony refuses to let Spider-Man go. They are not going down without a fight.